Okay guys, welcome to this next tutorial. The object in front of me on the screen is going to be the part that we're going to create in this tutorial. Basically, if we look at it, we can see that it's modified 2x2 flat. It's a circular shape, and it's also got this common axle going through it as well. I'll spin it around, it's just shelled underneath there like so. So it would make sense that we've already drawn a 2x2 flat. All we need to know is this outside diameter here, what it is, and then we can copy the profile or the sketch from another axle we've drawn on another part and place it on there and cut that out. All right, so first of all, let's open up the existing 2x2, go find it in your library. And the first part's really simple. We just want to draw a sketch on this top surface here, and we're going to put a circle on there in the center. So just go C for circle. Now I'm going to find the center by hovering my cursor along this edge until the triangle appears. Then I'm going to drag down, and then I'm going to come and do the same over here, wait for the triangle or the center point there. And because I did it before, yeah, there we go, because I located it on 2, it should find the center for me. Yep, there it is, center point there. Drag it out, and if we find the tangency point, you can see as I drag that up, it snaps directly above it. And yes, the diameter of that circle is 15.8, which is obviously 7.9 times 2. You can finish the sketch there. I tend to go back to your home view, which mine's for some reason just disappeared, which is interesting. And we're basically going to cut off the outsides of this 2x2 flat. So let's go extrude, and let's start selecting the profiles that we want. You'll notice that it misses out these little pieces, so you're going to have to zoom in and just go around and select those ones as well. I have to spin that around a bit to make sure I get these other ones. Okay, and if I drag that arrow down, you can see it cuts off everything below, but it didn't cut off everything above. Okay, so what we'll do is, rather than doing 2 separate extrusions, we'll come up to the direction here, which is currently set to one side, and we'll change it to symmetric, which basically means whatever it goes in one axis, it'll also travel in the other. Now something's a little interesting there. I can see that there's a slight error, I think, with the positioning of that circle. So I'll do this extrusion, and I'll go back and check it, make sure it's set to cut, and I will go back to that sketch that I drew there down the bottom, right click, edit sketch, and I'll just throw a dimension on there just to make sure I actually have got this in the right spot. It's definitely the right size, 15.8, that's correct. Dimension again, I'm going to go the center from there to this edge. There we go, slightly out, so 7.9 that should be. And the other one I'm pretty sure is correct, so finish that off. Oh, that's interesting. It's also missed that little part there, so I'll go back and I'll just edit that feature again. Oh, that's interesting. And under profiles, I'll select that one again, and that looks good. Click OK. Good, so far so good, I do think. Interesting little part there, but anyway. All right, so now, like we've done in other files, we're going to grab the sketch from another part. I'm going to place that sketch on top of here for that axle. So I've already got an axle drawing here. The trick here is finding which sketch actually contains that axle. If I click onto that one there, sometimes it'll show you the extrusion associated with that, or if you use your timeline and just wind things back, you'll then see when a sketch was actually drawn. So if I drag this right back to here, make sure the sketches are turned on though, and you can see that there's my original axle sketch. So while that's there, I'm just going to select that sketch, right click, copy. Where are you? Oh no, lost. It's not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it this way. Select it and right click. There we go. Copy. And then over to your 2x2 flat. Select that surface. Put a sketch onto there, and then Command V. And then it's just a matter of moving this center of the axle sketch over into the middle here. So I'm going to grab this handle here, this arrow, and drag that across. And as always, it's going to be a multiple of 7.9. In this case, we're moving in a negative direction, so I'll just edit that to negative 7.9. Get rid of the extra dot. That looks good. We're happy with the placement, and we're happy with that sketch. And the last thing to do then will be to select that surface, drag it down through it. Already defaults to cut, and happy days. All right, so that is your 2x2 flat round, and yeah, nothing really unusual there. You've used all those commands before.